All right, so here's the longtime bantamweight contender, Rob Font. This man has been charged with a lot of main events in the UFC, and he has an outstanding 5-round style. Great jab. I would argue it's the best jab in this UFC bantamweight division, but tonight he understands acutely that the opposition's going to be trying to mix things up, potentially try to take him down. So this entire training camp really has been rooted in grappling and wrestling. We've always known about the submission prowess and the grappling of Rob Font, but he's got to work on the takedown defense, the hip escapes. All of that has been a big focus for Rob Font coming into another contendership-type fight here tonight. All right, so here is a man who is ubiquitously regarded as the greatest bantamweight of all time. He'll tell you he built this division, and DC, I know he's not here to pick a fight with you right now, but this legacy of Dominick Cruz is really exceptional.
It is unbelievable what Dominick Cruz has accomplished over the course of his career. Not a guy that people thought would go down in history as one of the greatest bantamweights of all time. He's not a guy that has a laundry list of accomplishments before he got to mixed martial art. But he's a guy that is unmatched in his preparation, and a guy that has a will and a desire to win that no one, and I say no one, can match. So from the commentary table where Dom's constantly yelling at me, to in the octagon, Dominick Cruz wants to be the winner.
And injury-wise, no fighter has dealt with more adversity than Dominick Cruz, who still believes at one point or another before his career said and done, he will be belted yet again. Dominick Cruz steps inside the octagon and is ready to fight. Our tale of the tape for this bantamweight championship fight. Now for the official introductions, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Bantamweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Rob Font! And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Bantamweight Champion of the world, Dominick the Dominator Cruz!
Herb Dean is your referee. He's the third man in the octagon tonight.
Good.
All right, Rob Font has been a main event man of late for the UFC as we get this round underway, and there it is. You can be sure Rob Font's going to be pumping that jab all night long. Sometimes we lose sight of his other weapons on the feet, though. He has become a proficient kicker. His hooks are very devastating as well. And even if the fight does get to the ground, it's not as though he doesn't have submissions in his arsenal. Douglas Silva de Andrade can certainly attest to that. How will Rob Font choose to proceed? We shall see.
Nice movement punch. Those are big strikes.
Just out of range with that right hand. Heavy leather laying on both sides in that exchange.
That gets to the target. Nasty high kick lands.
Cruz is able to switch his stance here. We'll see how the defense responds.
Great job finding that nasty shot from the clinch position.
Well, when Cruz gets into a flow with his footwork, it makes it very hard for his opponents to get a good read on here. And Dominick's flowing in this one. Not a good sign for the opponent.
Oh, nice double leg, yes.
high-level, efficient, effective ground and pound by Cruz. Nicely done there as he forces the miss from his opponent. Oh, big elbow. All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground.
Scramble and go! Scramble and go!
A lot of top pressure being applied here. Cruz is back inside control here.
There it is. Now he's going to mount. Yes, smart adjustment. Yep.
Good work from the top here by Cruz. Again, not much defense there. Another ground strike gets through.
Oh, he's got to be careful there. Yep. Oh, nice right hand by the champ. Yep.
45 seconds to go here in round one. Big elbow there, lands. Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Cruz.
Another strike gets through from the top position.
All right, he's got the hooks in, DC, working off of his back.
Now look for him to attack the neck of his opponent to try to get the rear choke.
5 minutes in the books.
Hey, stop.
Great job, man. Here, take a deep breath. Nice job. How do you feel? That's right. Look amazing. Now you should smell blood. You almost had him out this time. I want you to keep
All right, let's look back at some of the action from that previous round, DC. How about just the efficiency when it comes to the ground and pound game?
He was able to throw at the right time, secure at the right time. He wasted no action. For me, this is the most exciting type of fight. A guy that is just dominating his opponent, really, truly putting the grind on his opponent from the top position.
Ready.
All right, round two. Ooh, that shot, huge shot, finds the target there.
Great shot lands. Now he's got to go find that follow-up attempt. The kill shot is what they call it to go and end the fight.
Cruz's attempt there is blocked by the opponent. Well, he misses with the left punch there.
Take it for a ride. Nice double leg, nice finish.
Cruz is in half guard.
Now he's going full mount. He
Bottom
needs to
fighter better move.
Yeah, he's got to move, John. He's got to shrimp and try to either get up or pull his opponent back into him so he doesn't have the posture to land that big damage.
Well, he continues to manhandle him here on the ground. Well, hard to win fights in mixed martial arts from the bottom, but nice work here in that position by Font. All right, right into side control here, DC. Biggest difference between half guard and side control?
Well, side control to me feels like a little bit less control because now my legs aren't really doing anything anymore. Now I'm controlling you with my upper body. So I've got to be very, very aware. It's still advantageous, but it just seems a little more free-flowing than having something like a half guard. You've got to be careful.
This pace is just absurd, and he has kept it up throughout the fight. Shades of Max Holloway against Calvin Kattar, punches and bunches.
I mean, being there, watching Max Holloway do what he did was super impressive. So to even list this performance alongside that tells you how this guy is fighting tonight.
Well, that was a high-level extended battle on the ground. Now, though, the athletes back to their feet, and no surprise the crowd responds in kind.
The crowd just loves whenever they get two high-level strikers going at it. It was very hard to get back up after getting taken down. But he's got there now. Let's see if he can take advantage of it.
Oh, beautifully timed with that head kick. Well, he has really picked up the pace here in round two. Much more aggressive than we saw in round one, and now starting to find himself in the pocket. Big right hook coming, it's blocked. Oh, great head movement there, slips his head off the center line, and defensively, that's exactly what you're looking for.
It's almost like he can telegraph when the punch is coming, and when he sees it, he just makes a slight
double leg.
Another takedown lands.
30 seconds to go in round 2. 20 seconds to go. And he's able to work his way back to his feet. All right, that's the end of round number 2. All right, so we now look back at some of the action from that previous round, DC. A lot of good highlights on both sides.
I mean, a lot of good highlights from both competitors. They both should be very proud of what they accomplished. But I'm telling you, man, I'm not sure they can keep this up. If they land at this clip for another 5 minutes, somebody's going to sleep.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, here we go with this 3rd round of this championship fight. Nice jab by Rob Font. Huge strike lands there, and somehow his opponent's chin held up.
His opponent's chin held up, but you do not want to be on the receiving end of those types of strikes.
Man has his chin been tested early. Oh, big left.
Now we're going. Oh, big right hand.
Stunned, jump driving out there. We'll see if he can recover.
That one landed clean.
The Dominator going for the takedown. Nothing doing there. Just over 3 minutes to go. Effective punch there. Bang! All right, well, good news is he rocked him. Bad news is he wasn't able to finish the job, and now his opponent's back in the fight.
I mean, you don't get those opportunities very often. You got to take full advantage of them when they're presented to you.
Cruz is in half guard.
Oh, into the mouth. Oh.
Oh, that's how you do it. Postures up and lands to the head.
Get the half guard.
Cruz is back in full mount. Oh, another strike lands from the top.
You can't take all those unnatural strikes. They don't have to be that damaging.
Yeah.
You just got to move.
Nice positional control here. Oh!
He did a great job.
About the accuracy to land right there. His opponent's wobble check.
He's hurt bad. He cannot take another shot like that.
Both fighters exchange in the pocket here. Final 30 seconds of this 3rd round. Man, his sidekick is just killer. You saw it right there.
He has a really good sidekick. Man, he has a great double leg. My goodness, he has a great double leg.
Trying to pass the guard here, but a nice job by the bottom fighter.
Bottom fighter did a fantastic job of following with his hips, making sure he blocked any attempt to get past his guard.
All right, there's the horn. What a round it was, DC. And, of course, the seminal moment, that big knockdown that nearly got his opponent out of there for good.
Almost finished the fight, but now he needs to reset, right? Don't rush. Go back out into the next round and just try to find that shot again. If he rushes, if he overexerts himself, he will run out of energy and put himself at risk of losing the fight.
All right, so there's the end of the round. And on one side, thrill, on the other, agony after that knockdown.
Yeah, he was able to really damage him with that big punch. You see the hands, the speed, how sharp he is, how technical he is. It allows him to land in spots where his opponent is winging punches.
Ready to fight?
Great strike landed. Great punch landed to put his opponent down.
4th round now, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, here we go. The tension is palpable. Fourth round is underway. You've got a thing or two to say about these championship rounds.
The fourth round is easily the hardest round in fighting. You're so used to fighting up to 3. You got to get back off of that stool, and this is a real test of your will and desire to win a fight.
That is a huge shot right there, VC. You don't want to eat too many more of those.
No, and he needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Cruz going for the takedown. He misses. Oh, he lands another strike to the body. Really starting to pile up these body shots here in the latter stages of this fight. You didn't see a lot of that in the earlier rounds, making up for lost time here. All right, so that opened up a cut around his eye area.
He hasn't moved his head well. He was taking shots too clean, and now a cut has opened up.
1-2 punch by Rob Font.
Yes, smart adjustment, yup.
Cruz is back inside control.
Oh, right into mount.
Oh, great ground strike there, and now blood is a factor. We'll see if he postures up and can get some of his ground strikes going here.
Nice shots landing from the top position. He's still on his feet, but he's not up by much.
Oh, he gets back up. The question is for how long?
You need to fight back.
Uppercut.
Well, we got a lot of blood now, ladies and gentlemen. I think my mother just turned off the TV.
Big right hand.
Oh! Power shots landing on both sides. And the chins continue to hold up. Cruz goes in for the takedown now. Nice level change, and he gets it. So, showing off the fight IQ there. He was getting tagged on the feet.
This man is landing brutal ground and pound.
All right, trying to pass here. As Glover Teixeira might say, not today.
Not today. Great job of following with the hips, keeping those legs locked and keeping them in full guard.
Oh, interesting there as he just decides to let him back up.
He's hurt again.
Final seconds of round 4. 20 minutes in the can, 5 to go. All right, there's the horn. The round is over, but not before he was cut on his nose from the strikes in that round. Back to the stool. Cut man is in. Should be able to shut that cut and prevent it from becoming an issue moving forward. But, of course, as soon as he gets struck in that next round, it could open back up. All right, so a high-level round there for him. We'll show you some of the action here, and you got to think the knockdown is going to be featured prominently here. Thought he might have had him out of there.
He thought he had him, but the guy's tough. The guy's durable. He has a fantastic chin, but he just needs to stay the course. He does not need to be discouraged. Think about this. You're winning, and you're winning going away. That was just a moment. Keep going in the same direction, and you will get the finish that you want so bad.
Able to block the punch there. So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on. Oh, looking to land the leg kick, but unable to find the target. Ooh! Oh, big shots here. That is a high-level transition to half guard, and now in a position to do a lot of damage.
Watch him sit back on the leg and land big ground and pound.
Just missed with the left there.
Oh, back and forth.
Oh, man, another strike gets through. This could be over soon. Well, he's going to enjoy watching this one back. Let's take a look at the replay of the knockout just a moment ago.
It was right hand after right hand after right hand. Finally, he found the one that hit the exact sweet spot that ended his opponent's night.
We send it inside the octagon. Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Deans called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 42 seconds of round number 5. Declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC bantamweight champion of the world, Dominick the Dominator Cruz.
What a moment for the former two-time UFC bantamweight champion Dominick Cruz, getting it done